Mike and Melissa video's done. Can't wait to see what I'm reviewing next.
Maybe you missed it, but I'm that hashtag bitch and I will do
Hazbin Hotel. No!
You know, I think a lot about meteors. The purity of them. Boom. The end. Start again. The world made clean for the new man to rebuild. VivziePop was given the opportunity of a lifetime to make an indie show into an actual Amazon-funded masterpiece. And where did that get us? 2 pilots come out within the same month, both acclaimed all across the world. One gets picked up by Amazon, the other gets continued on YouTube. And we're forced to watch as it falls apart episode after episode. We are tied up, forced to watch the creator murder it in front of our eyes, taking lessons from Star vs. the Forces of Evil as it prioritizes shipping over writing a good show. But we still have hope. We think, well, the Hazbin Hotel, the main one, that one's picked up by Amazon. There's no way it could be bad. There's so much, has to be so much quality control and so much time is being put into it. It's gonna be amazing. This is a hell of a boss. This is its own thing. This, you can do whatever you want with it. But Hazbin Hotel, this is gonna be good. Then the meteor was in sight. Leaks upon leaks. Bad writing galore. And we thought, well, it's just the leaks. The meteor hit. Boom. The world made clean for the new man. This has been recorded after I've finished watching the entire series, and I can say with certainty this shit is a hot pack of ass. I was lied to vigorously. I was told, well, Hazbin Hotel isn't as bad. It's better, at least not a liar. Oh my god, it's following me everywhere. You know, for a pilot, it's not too bad. I think it's really good, actually. You know, especially for indie animation. This is really big. Well, you had to be there, man. When this came out, this was the thing. I remember when it first came out. It took me like half a month or whatever to watch. I ended up watching it on like Halloween that year, and because I didn't really care about it, right? I didn't care, but then I ended up watching. I was like, yeah, this is actually really good. I can't wait to see more of it. Where did the days go? Fucking caught it. I can't believe it's everywhere. I can't take this shit. Let's talk about designs. Yeah, let's talk about design. That's what everyone's here for, right? Me to hate on the designs, right? The designs here are pretty good. No, they're fine. I was I was giving it too much credit. They're fine. I definitely like them more than Hell of a Boss. Speaking of Hell of a Boss, there are so many designs here that are just recolored Hell of a Boss characters. That is literally just Blitz. Like that is hit bar for bar, word for word. The colors are maybe a little bit off, but that is just Blitz. I salute over there with that fat ass badonkadonk. The fucking Mexican bird is here. Well, I would call this foreshadowing, but I don't think Vivzie didn't play any of this shit out. So there's Mexican bird. Even from other shows, those two look like the tallest from Invader Zim. This guy's the head nigga from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. But besides that, a lot of the designs are really interesting. More for the background characters, which I noticed in Hell of a Boss too. A lot of the background characters have a lot better designs than the main characters, but they're pretty good. I don't mind them at all. Now, what about the plot? The plot is my main problem with the plot is how they show the world's reaction to what's the main character's name? Charlie. That's her name. Charlie's her whole plan. If they establish hell to be awful, it fucking sucks, there's explosions, all this shit everywhere, you would think there would be more people fiending to get redemption and a chance to get out of hell. Or why isn't there just people who think like I gotten fairly sent to hell? Because I'm sure there were people in the real life, because I know there's people like this that are, you know, bad people, but they think they should be in heaven.
Pay your child support.
Tell your mom I'll pay it when I'm done.
Stop touching little kids.
Bum ass. Shut your
It's
pussy
game.
ass up, you fucking biscuit ass, fucking whack ass Aaron Carter looking ass. Get
On the
the fuck
game.
off my
Stop
dick,
touching little
bitch.
kids. Kill yourself.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Especially since it's Lucifer's daughter, someone with authority in hell. So you telling me there wasn't one demon, one demon that ran into her hotel like, excuse me, sir, there must be someone you confused me for. If I could see someone who knew me or someone. But I think there should be a lot more people, especially if this is broadcast over all. Are you telling me over all of hell? There are just there's not like a flock of people, hundreds of people that want to just go back up there or try redemption. There's just no one there is just that stupid, or no one's tried redemption themselves. No one's tried to redeem themselves. No one else thought of this idea. I feel like someone would have thought of this idea. Fucking the Nick Fury of the hell niggas would come up to Charlie and be like, we're starting a team of people that want to redeem sinners, you know, something like that. But no, it's I guess not. Or even just more people like Angel does, you know, now just going there for a free room. I feel like there would be a lot of people like that, but everyone's just assholes. Did I talk about the designs yet? Let's talk more about the designs. Alistair's design, it's not as bad as I'm lying. It sucks. I don't care. I don't care if you defend the design saying, well, when he gets angry, when he can show his eyes turn into dials. That's boo, nigga.
This guy sucks so fucking bad, bro. This caveman looking motherfucker. This dude sucks so bad, bro.
Yes, I know. I know. I've heard the lore that he got shot by a deer. What? Shot by? Am I stupid? He got shot in the head by someone while deer hunting or something like that. That's why he has the deer horns and he got shot in the head. That's why he has the X on his head when he turns his foot. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, nigga. That's still stupid. Why is his abilities radio then? Why isn't he the deer demon? How does he get both abilities? How does he get both the abilities or like the characteristics of how he was killed and the setting he was killed and radio stuff? Should it be one or the other? Just make him a robot. That's all you gotta do. Just make him a robot or something. Let me, you know what? You wanna say radio demon? Let me show you my radio demon design. This shitty gag took me 7 minutes to draw, and I don't even find it funny anymore, so we're gonna continue. I was surprised at how many characters we like. I'm just now seeing this as I'm editing. Nigga, is that Stolas? Is that who that is in the background? Because you can see the eyes now out the head and the skinny legs. Is that supposed to be Stolas right there? Saw that are in Hazbin Hotel, like the actual show. I was actually surprised. And why is Visago there? I don't get why he's there. Like, I didn't expect to see the cannibal lady here. I didn't, you know, that's pretty cool. I like that. It makes the world feel connected through the pilot. So yeah, I really don't like them gassing up the radio demon, because I don't really remember anything that happens in Hazbin Hotel, but I do remember the last episode and how much of a fraud this nigga is. And I don't like them gassing him up. I also don't like how like iconic and like relevant they make him, because we also see this nigga just walking around. We see him just walking around in the street and no one cares, and we don't get any mention of him in Hell of a Boss. I'm still mad about that, man. Hell of a Boss is gonna catch a stray through this whole video, because that show is just made worse by this show. Like, there wasn't one throwaway line. Like, I get just like legal reasons, you know, you can't mention it, like how, you know, the old Marvel Netflix shows couldn't legally talk about the stuff that was happening in the mainline MCU, so they would be like, whoa, you know, the team that has the big green guy and the god, you know, they could do something like that. Like, you know, that radio guy, you know, he came back, there's something I need it. One of the things I really like about Radio Demon is his voice. Like, I really like how they do his voice. Feels like it's constantly shifting with the radio setting, like it's always going in and out.
May I speak now?
You may.
Alistair, pleasure to be meeting you, sweetheart. Quite a pleasure. Excuse my sudden visit, but I saw your fiasco on the picture show.
I like there's just a static around him. Like, I like that when the camera stays on him too long, it like starts buzzing out. I also really like the laugh tracks and the sound effects that play in the background when he was talking. I don't know why they took that out of the main show. That's really, really good.
I just couldn't resist. What a performance! Why, I haven't been that entertained since the stock market crash of 1929. It's the purest kind, my dear. Reality, true passion.
You don't believe in my cause.
I hope that's okay.
Are you shitting me?
No, I don't think so.
You thought?
You know, it's crazy. We literally see Lucifer in the pilot, and I'm not there yet. I'm not gonna talk about his design yet. You know what? When we get there, we will get there. but we're not there yet. I can't talk about it yet. So is the short stack girl from one of the episodes, like Minzy, I think her name is. She's here too. Okay. I really don't like the first song here. I'm not a fan at all. And surprisingly, I didn't really talk about the songs in the Hell of a Boss video. You know, besides one song in particular that we will not mention in this video. The second one was alright. Night. Okay, this has been over 7 minutes already, and I'm still in the pilot. And let's hurry this up. What's left to talk about? Have I talked about the designs yet? Let's just talk about the designs for a second. Did you know that Charlie was supposed to be like a goat? And I guess she has like fur, and that's why her skin is. I didn't know that. Because she doesn't look like one at all. All the voice actors are doing a really good job here. Like, they all fit their characters, and like I really like them. They do a better job than a certain someone from Hell of a Boss. I guess this was like a singer that's popular. I don't know who Keisha is, so I don't care. And I didn't say it last video, but she fucking sucks, dude. She's just bad. Like, songs, whatever. I mean, she did make the worst song to grace my ears in my 19 years of life. But as a voice actor, she is horrible.
Good time tonight. Get some sweets, get some eats, drink it, tear it, fuck it up. Woo! Do you need anything? Are you having fun? Are you good? Are you drunk? Okay, good. Okay, great.
But look, compare that to Brandon Rogers, who is acting his ass off and sounds great in every episode.
Oh, you think I can't apologize? For what? You want me to be like, oh, sorry, this entire time I assumed the worst because I was convinced a prince could never love someone like me, and I let my self-made friend stop me from apologizing to anyone I could never care about.
This isn't an indie show problem with quality or no. She just fucking sucks. It is not a good voice actor, a good singer. I don't care, like her voice during the song is good, even though the song is ass. This is a good singer, but as a voice actor, it's like the Lion King remake all over again. Like, you get a voice actor because they can sing, but don't take into account that they have to voice act. Saying lines in a sassy voice isn't good voice acting. It's not. How do we get back on Hell of a Boss? Okay, that should be it. Let's go on to the... Wait, hold on. I don't think we talked about the designs yet. Hold on. Overall, these characters are over-designed to hell and back. Puns. We love puns. I love puns. Like I said, the designs in the show were better than Hell of a Boss, but that's like comparing cow piss to human piss. Human piss just tastes slightly better. You can make characters over-designed and good. You see that in the Transformers movies. But you can also make characters over-designed and bland and boring at the exact same time. I didn't even know that was possible until I watched this show. Like, do Huss wings really need like the design on Nifty's dress need the bomb girl? Does her legs need that many cuts in it? Do I really need that many? If I was an animator, if Vipsy handed me this anime, I'd just shoot her. It's not too bad, Adam is amazing. Maybe it's because I'm just coming straight off the Hell of a Boss, but Adam is such a breath of fresh air. Oh my god. Probably because he's like basically a copy pasted Mammon. That's probably it. But I love it, man. I love it, Daddy. Yes, Daddy. Which also means there's the same problem that I have that I had with Mammon, which is that his impact with him being such a vulgar character is lessened because a lot of other characters talk like that. Now I will say it's a lot less prevalent, in Hazbin than it is in Hell of a Boss. But I wish a lot of characters didn't talk you curse so much. Like Baggy, why is she cursing so much? Because she's Mexican. Y'all niggas is broke. Y'all niggas is broke. Y'all niggas is bum. His design is great. I really like it. But I already said that. I didn't say Luke's design. I didn't say anything about that. I really like her design too. She looks like a puppet. One of the characters from 9. Whoa, you remember 9? I'm talking about 9 right now. I love it. I also think just Luke and Adam work really well together. I really like it. Like when they fist bump when they do the song. Like, man, it's great. His song. Speaking of his song, it's better than anything in Hell of a Boss and all the other songs we guys so far. I really like it. I really like it. The Happy Day in Hell, even that song, I thought was pretty good. It's a significant upgrade from the ones in the pilot. You even see an imp during the song. You see an imp. That's an imp. That's a hell of a boss connection. Oh my god! It's almost like they share a universe or something. Basically, all the jokes with Adam in this episode hit, like all of them, and it's purely because he's bouncing off of a character that's a really polite. Who would have thought that characters with contrasting personalities would work together? Who would have thought that Vivzy Pop? Who would have thought that? When all the characters are just cursing sex freaks, none of the characters bounce off of each other. But when there's a character that's really polite, and she doesn't curse a lot, and she's just, shut in, closed off kind of character, she bounces really well off of the loud, vulgar guy. Like when she falls for the joke of him being a hologram twice and he's just cursing. That is funny. Now look at Invincible. Let's look at Invincible for a second. My favorite character in the show is Rex by far, and I read the comics, just pointing that out, so I know all of his character. But even then, in the show, he's amazing. And part of the reason is because he's an extremely vulgar character.
Somebody ought to teach you some motherfucking what the fuck.
What you're probably saying, well, you like Rex and he's vulgar, why don't you like the other character? Because if you let me explain, it's because he's the only character in the entire show who is like this. Invincible is a show where all the characters have to mature real fast. They're already mature adults. So when you see Rex still cracking jokes and still being vulgar and all that, he's funny, he stands out, especially since he's the only one like that.
You know me, I'm practically...
Now just imagine this. Every character in Invincible talks and acts exactly like Rex. Just imagine that. Imagine a world where everyone is like Rex. That's what Hell of a Boss is. That's what Hell of a Boss is. And in the end, he comes off as an actual, genuine threat because there's some setup to it. We've seen that the Angels are pissed that they got killed. We've seen that they've killed a lot of people, and they kill a lot of people easily, right? And Adam is Adam. He's set up to be a threat. Not just because of the show, but because of lore. It's not someone we know from the show. Lore Adam is important, so he's set up as a threat. When he smiles in the end, it's like, oh shit, he's gonna do something. That's great. That's really good. He's better than anything in Hell of a Boss. I think that's all the stuff I find good about this episode, and it was just me talking about Adam. Yeah, that's it. Keith David is such bad casting for Husk. Oh my god, he just does not fit whatsoever for the character. And I know he gets a song later, and he sounds good in the song, but it doesn't fit his character. That's not a good excuse. One good song isn't a good excuse for it to put him as this character. Because believe it or not, voice actors voice act in the show. They aren't just for singing. And Keith David is a really good voice actor. He's one of my favorite voice actors of all time. But he just doesn't fit this character. He always voice acts his characters he fits, like Spawn. He fits menacing characters, bigger characters, maybe not bigger, menacing characters. Did I say that? Menacing characters, not cat twinks. A lot of the background characters curse too much. I can't say that. That's where this show matches Hell of a Boss. A lot of the background, they just curse. Like during the song Happy Day in Hell, a lot of characters just, those lines would have been fine without a swear, and that's coming from me, the swear guy.
Hi, mister.
Go fuck yourself.
Overall, pretty average episode, but this will probably be like an 8 out of 10 Hell of a Boss episode. So yeah, not too bad. Good start. I'm fine with this start.
Radio, we pivoted to video. Now it's medium, it's getting bloody red.
10 out of 10 episode for this series. Frame, by the way, for this series, 10 out of 10 episode. 10 out of 10 episode for this series specifically. Fox is such a good secondary antagonist to the show, man. He's so
taking it.
Since Adam is, definitely going to be the long game antagonist, in heaven and stuff. So for now, Vox is such a good antagonist. Him being such a complete parallel to Alistair, his voice doing the thing with the TV every time he gets mad.
Alistair, came back, and he is with Lucifer's daughter. And that wasn't the first fucking thing you told me!
I like that he has a smile, like he puts on a smile for the people, and that he isn't actually strong like Alistair, but he puts on a front to be strong, like that he's stronger than he really is, even though he needs the V's to be strong. I think that's really good. His design, even though he's built like basically everyone else, I like that his color is different. You know, like it's blue, because the only reason he's blue is because they want to parallel him to Alistair, because everyone else is red. Everything else is red in the show. Literally the only reason he is blue is so they could parallel him to Alistair. But I still like it. And I like the TV. He had pyrocynical fat fetish art. I don't know why he bleeds from his mouth on the TV, but it's cool, I guess. And man, that song is so good. And I'm so surprised I'm saying that in a Vivzy pop song. Definitely the best song in this show. And Hell of a Boss, this is the best song Vivzy has been part of. And maybe it's just me because I really like swing, you know, jazz, that whole, you know, that type of music. This song was, I think, my 6th or 7th most played songs on Spotify last year. I really like it purely for the section with the V's and that stuff. This episode I think is the best episode of the series, if I remember correctly. I don't really remember any other episode, but I'm pretty sure this one's the best one. I also just really like the character trope that Vox is the suave, always needs to be in control, like boss character who's not, you know, not the strongest, but you know, he keeps up that personality. I really like that type of character. It's like N from Dora if he wasn't menacing, or didn't have a good design, or wasn't strong, or wasn't in a good show. He's really nothing like him now that I think about it. He's more like Donald Davenport from Lab Rats. Niggas remember Lab Rats? Am I old now? Living in my basement? The other V's. Valentino, I'll talk about him next episode for obvious reasons. Velvet, I think, I don't know, I might like her more at how she was characterized in the pilot. She was more like crazy, but at the same time, we already got a crazy character, Nifty, so... but I also don't like how she's just like angry or like, you know, angsty, yelling, cursing character number 2. Number 1 being Vaggie. Actually, that would be number 3 because Luke was pretty angsty, cursing character too. I like the colors in the V area. I like the blue and all that stuff in contrast to the red sky. That's pretty interesting to look at, and I think that's all I like this episode. What is Angel Dust so upset about? I don't get why she's so upset that they don't treat her like, you know, like Serpentious. They don't like her. I'm saying her, him. I forgot that's a dude. That's a femboy twink. He is like literally never shown interest in redemption or anything that the hotel is for, or, you know, even being just friendly with them besides sexually harassing Husk. So I don't see why he even cares that they're treating, it doesn't make sense to me. This feels like another thing where Vivzy is trying to tell you that, yeah, so he really cares about the hotel, but it's not showing that he actually cares at all. How does Vox's stuff even work? Like, I like him as a character, but how does he even, how does it, you know what? I almost went on a tangent, but I think I was gonna make that a rant later because that is my biggest complaint about this entire series, this entire verse. I'm gonna save it for later though. Why isn't the robot that was serving Valentino and, you know, the V's at the table, why wasn't that just Frizzaroli? That's literally his design, but different colors. Maybe because Frizzaroli wasn't made yet, but I don't. I just save it for later. Just save it for later. I also have a really big problem with Charlie's whole hotel thing, but I'm gonna save that for I think episode 8 or 9 to actually talk about it, because I think it's really stupid. Designs wise, I'm not a big fan of Velvet's design. I'm tired of just seeing red characters. I think the V's all should have been different colors to give them some contrast, or like more variety in the colors. Like one of them should have been purple, Vox is blue, maybe the other one like a different, you know, cooler type color. They should contrast the rest of Hell because they're the biggest thing since sliced bread apparently. I think they should have some contrast here, but no, Vox is the only one with an interesting color palette and the other two just have the same color palettes as everyone else. Because unless you're a background character, you don't get a good design. Oh my god, her design is so crowded. She doesn't need all of this stuff, like all the stripes, the hearts. She doesn't need all of this stuff. It's so unnecessary, and I couldn't imagine having to work on the show and constantly animate her. Box's design is pretty good, but I already said that. Like, my only complaint is that he's built like literally everyone else. I think to really make more of a contrast, probably should have made him a bit bulkier or something, so he's not just Alistair repainted and given a different head. I kind of like Valentino's design. I think he should have been like a different color though, but I like his design. I can tell he's a moth, and I'm pretty sure his like robe thing he wears, his robe is like his wings or whatever, what he's wearing is spreads out to be his wings. It's pretty interesting. I like that. I like the hard eyes, I guess. You know what's crazy? This should have been the embodiment of lust. This should have been lust. This should have been what's his name? Osmodeus. This should have been his design. Because this looks more like lust than Osmodeus, and you could have gave Osmodeus this design, and he would have been. Oh my god! Just thinking about it, that's so much better. That design would fit. Whatever. The missed potential is just everywhere in the show. That stupid fucking pig sucks. I hate it when shows do this. They bring out like a lazy, lame, like cute character to get those dumb underage girls to be like, oh, cute Waddle ripoff moments on every time, all the appearances of this character. Like, I didn't say anything about it, but I feel the same way about those stupid goats that follow Charlie around. At least those have some sort of payoff later, even though it's stupid there too. I feel the same way about that cat, but that also has some sort of payoff, even though I don't care that it's a key. I think it should just be a key. I don't know why it has to be a cat. This pig is dumb and lazy, and I hate it, and I think it should die. Probably the worst offender this episode isn't my favorite part of the episode, the song. When Alistair says, "That's the tea." It's side tangent time. It's rant time. Vivzy Pop is a terrible songwriter. And yeah, that might sound weird after I'm just talking about how much I like this song, but that doesn't change the fact that 90% of Vivzy Pop songs are bad, which you will see in full glory in like the next episode. Now, I'm not gonna go too deep into the Vivzy Pop stuff because I'm gonna have a whole section on that later where I really tear into Vivzy Pop, right? But in terms of writing songs, she writes like a child. Why is Alistair, the radio demon, the old-timey radio demon, saying that's the tea? That shouldn't even be in his vocabulary. He's old. Why is he using words like clout?
Instead of a clout-chasing, mediocre video podcast.
That shouldn't even be in his vocabulary. In the lore, he's been gone for like 7 years, right? So why is he using words like clout? That word came around in the past, like, what, 2-3 years? Same with that's the tea. How is he even getting these, like, the slang? But I don't think any of the writers started that. They just want to fill up the song. And I feel like Vivzy just wanted a moment for the girls so you can see TikTok posts like, wow, Alistair's so sassy. You know, that's great. You know, I was spoiled on this song before this show came out. I was spoiled on this song a little bit. And it was like the caption on the TikTok post. It was like, wow, Alistair really clocked Vox or something, some bullshit like that. Why? Alistair shouldn't be clocking anyone. He's old. The only clocking Alistair should be doing is his grandfather clock, waking him up like ding, dong, ding, like FNAF 4 kid dying in his bed. He should be in his bed or something. He's old. He should be using terms like that's the tea. This problem isn't just a radio demon problem and Alistair just not like characterizing her characters in songs. It's a cursing problem. And I know it's just played out at this point. The Vivzy Pop writing, it's played out. But oh my god, it's so bad here. It's so bad throughout this entire show. In Happy Day in Hell, we have Charlie, the nice, optimistic, always nice, never vulgar person, singing her song as she walks there. And at the very last line, she says, it's gonna be a happy fucking day in hell. Why? For me, this genuinely irritates me. Like, this is something that irritates me in music in general. This irritates me when people use unnecessary cursing or awkward cursing. But here it's more prevalent because it's a character in the show that we've seen tries not to curse and stuff like that. It's a nice person, it's a jolly fellow. Why is she cursing here? And it's even more like accentuated in the reprise at the very end of the show when they say it louder. It's so out of place and awkward. It doesn't work at all, and I hate it. Like, I genuinely hate this shit. It's so bad. And I don't think Vivzy realizes how childish this comes off. I used to do this when I was like 9. When I'd hear songs on the radio, I would just replace some words with fucking when I've had curse words. That's what I would do when I was 9. This is a grown woman, she's older than me, and I realized how fucking childish this is. Songs or lines that could have been just as impactful had they just been regular, just the song just continued as normal. Another happy day, and like it could have just went normal, but no, it has to be another fucking happy day. And like what's the dude from Dick Figures, Lord Tourette's? Literally Lord Tourette's. That's this entire show. Unnecessary cursing.
It looks just like a nap. You bake it in the oven and it smells just like a shit.
Say, there's a young jerk-face looking for you. Says he wants to be your pet until you die.
And, you know, these are, you can just say, you know, these are a lot of just nitpicks. But at least to me, these are big things that, you know, not ruin, but really throw me out of the show because, you know, it doesn't immerse me. Like the fact that they have the exact same, you know, type of robot as Fizzarolli here. You know, the exact same type of clown robot. They do the exact same thing as the Fizzarolli robots do, like as we see in the Mammon episode, but they aren't him. I don't get why. And maybe there's like a legal reason. Then make it a separate thing, you stupid dunce. You idiot, you moron, you nincompoops. Sonic Heroes is so good. That's my favorite Sonic game. I'm not even lying to you. I'm not fibbing. Y'all remember Casino Park? That. What am I talking about?
You've got it twisted.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I forgot how bad this one was. Oh, this is like content. This is like cotton candy too. Okay, I need a break. I can't listen to this shit. Oh my god, this is horrible. I need to listen to some real. We're gonna make some real music. We're gonna make some real music, Rob. Are you satisfied? Why don't they just kill her? Why did they let her walk out of their lives? Oh my.
We literally just got here.
That's what I'm saying, hot furry lady, bro. We just got here. Y'all really sleeping on fursuit porn. I thought this was the episode with Angel Dust and Husk when they sing, but I was wrong. So for the last episode, I kept saying that I'll talk about Valentino. Is that his name? I'll talk about him next episode. I mean, the next episode after this one. This episode kind of blows. Not kind of. It blows. It blows. I'm gonna try and keep this episode. I'm gonna try and keep it focused. First things first. The plot of the angels, the dead one found, is just solved instantly. Like there was no build up. Which one of the overlords took out that? Nope, it's her. The very next seed, it's just her. We now know that. No tension or whatever. It's her. This whole meeting scene is just bad in general. I think it's just like, why did they let her just come in and just talk shit? Like, clearly she's like the newbie of the group, right? Clearly she's, you know, the newbie. I guess she's vouching for the V's or whatever. Why don't they just kill her? The V's, they're not shown to be strong, like at all, to be honest. Like they're shown to be like, you know, manipulative, savvy, maybe technologically smart and all that, you know. But they're not shown, you know, to be strong at all. So why do they not just kill her? She's talking shit. Just kill her. In fact, why don't you just kill me? Because I had to listen to that song. Just kill me instead. Because that song was so. I'm gonna have to listen to that song again while editing. And I'm just recording this. I want to kill myself now. Same with the other songs, to be honest. Like besides I guess the vocals are good, but what they're talking about is stupid. What do you mean you don't want to start a war or whatever? You're an arms dealer. What do you mean? If you know how to kill an angel, tell all these niggas. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'd understand it if, you know, she's scared of the angel people finding that she did it, but she says specifically, she's scared of all of hell going. Why would hell go to war?
But if anyone knew, then all of hell would rise to war.
If anything, wouldn't this like unify hell? Because they finally have a concrete way to kill angels. What do you mean hell's gonna go to war? I also thought that the overlords were there because of their power, but they like said it's something. It's like the amount of control they have, or something like the I don't know. But it isn't based on power, it's based on control. And it's only based in that city, whatever the city is. I don't know. I thought this spanned across all of hell, but I guess I was wrong. You know, you made me think that because, you know, when I looked at the V's place, it looked a lot like the Lust Ring in a Hell of a Boss. But, you know, at this point, those might as well be separate universes. And then they just leave. Like, without protest, they just leave after she says the meeting's over. Like, do overlords just have time all the time in the world to go to meetings? Because I would think not, because they're overlords. So I'm assuming these meetings happen every once in a while. So why are you just ending the meeting because you got pissed off at the lady? Losing it. Just kill her and continue the meeting. Like the fact that they just all left with no protest. They just all, okay, well, we waste our time coming here. They were a shitty song, the worst song I've ever heard in my life. That's all we heard, and then we're leaving. Okay, I'm gonna wait to talk about Charlie's and Vaggy's plan to do their, you know, redemption thing, because I'm just gonna wait to talk about all that in a future episode, because it's getting there. It's getting there. Let's talk about Camilla, or El Camilla as they say in Spanish. My least favorite character so far is she's so stupid, and I already talked about why with the war stuff and her not telling the people they have a way to kill angels. I also don't like her voice actor, not as a person, but I think she's a bad voice actor. Like her voice outside of songs is just, it always sounds the same. It's static, no emotion. And I guess you can say, well, the spider guy said, you know, she usually doesn't have controls her temper, but she is just her, like, it doesn't sound. Same with a lot of the voices in the show. To be honest, a lot of them, they don't sound like voice actors. I'm pretty sure it's because, you know, they switched a lot of the voice cast from the pilot for a Broadway star, which is cool for the songs. When it's not singing, a lot of them just sound really bad because acting doesn't correlate to voice acting. Woo, who would have thought? I'm sure all of these people would kill it on a show, like on a stage. I'm sure they would all be amazing. But as voice actors, they're all not too good, to be honest. Like the people from the pilot, they sound like they're actually trying to do better, because I know some of them are actually, like, you know, voice actors, like Angel Dust. That nigga's in like almost every fucking pilot you can think of. That nigga's in it. And the guy, you know, recasting him, he sounds pretty good, but he sounds more like he's doing the other guy's voice instead of just doing his own thing. Doing nom. I do my own thing. That fucking dinosaur thing, man. I don't know why, but you're gonna have to trust me on this. But the first time I watched this show, when I was like actually watching for the very first time, like literally like the day or two after it came out, the voice actor for the spider dude said Jason Statham. I am not lying. On me, it said Jason Statham as his voice actor. I was so confused when I first watched this. Even the design of this episode is kind of mixed, to be honest. Like I like the cannibal lady. I like that design. I like the big sexy dragon. I like that too. And it's the spider guy. I think that's pretty cool, mainly because of how tall he is. I like it, but he looks, you know, the same pretty much. When he opens his heart, it's pretty cool. I don't know, man. It's just like they all have the same body type. It gets so annoying. That's why I like characters when they have, you know, show with different body types, like my giant mommy dragon here. Camilla's design is like you took Lace and then Hornet and mixed them together, but put a piece of dog shit in it too. I think her design in the pilot was way better. Like with the really long hands, I think that was way better and more interesting. I'm not a fan of this one. I think there's too much going on. Like with the head, I think that's too much. They should have just had her hair down. The stuff with the other main characters is just so boring. I don't care. Like how do they let Angel Dust take you to a BDSM place without knowing they're taking you to a BDSM? Like you, whatever, bro. It's just It's so tiring. It feels like a waste of time whenever Alistair's not on screen. I'm not gonna lie, which sucks because whenever he's on screen, I gotta leave this bad design. But whenever he's not on screen, nothing interesting happens. It's a delicious dilemma. It's a hashtag. I'm that hashtag bitch. Now that I'm looking at it, the spider dude, I guess full demon design. Shit fucking sucks. They make Serpentius out to be like a loser, bad guy that can't do anything bad, and he's actually a good person at heart. He literally tries to fucking shoot the small, like, masochist. I don't know her name, the small masochist. He literally tries to shoot her. Why did they put that there? They could have just not put that in. And, you know, his character would have stayed the same, but why did they put that there? I don't get it. It wasn't funny. It just makes his character not make sense. Even when Vaggy's about to make the rules, everyone's like looking at her like, you know, serious or whatever. Even he's there doing that, so it doesn't seem like he wants to, you know, do the redemption. Like this, whatever podcast. I hate women. I hate the women used to be in the kitchen, all of them. And why does Husk like give Serpentius props for surviving in the where they got thrown into the pit of like bombs and shit, D-Day? Why did he get props for that? Like, he wasn't even there. Husk wasn't there. He just walked away. He like snuck out. He didn't see that. Two, why does he care? He doesn't even want to be there. The only reason he's there is because Alistair has his soul locked. That's the only reason he's there. Why does he care about any of these people? And all of them, to be honest, like at the end of the episode, they're all laughing and, you know, smiling with each other. Haha, we did it. What? So why are y'all cool now? Y'all was just hating on each other. What's happening? Where'd the switch happen? What, y'all went through that together? That makes y'all like closer? No, that's not. You know what? I'm overanalyzing. I feel like CinemaSins right now. You know, they're big ding. Yeah, put the sin counter at the top of the screen for the rest of the video now. But yeah, this episode was just really boring. It was sleep. Man, made me sleepy. Sleep. Yeah. What y'all know about that? What y'all know about that? What y'all know about that? Sleep. What can I do for such a? That's how I talk to my homies. Yummers. You know, I'm starting to feel like this how busy sees Latins in their community, because it's either homosexuals, mean woman, mean strong woman, or crippling rapists. She probably doesn't call it. She probably doesn't call it Latin. She probably calls it the fucking Latinx. Yeah, with the Latins in my community be fine with me calling all that the Latinos and Latinas instead. I'm just gonna call my entire community black, white, Mexican. My community is now the Latinx community. Yo, the fucking Latinx. Yo, Blackishh, the leader of the Latinx. My Latinx brothers and sisters, I have a dream that we, my Latinx brothers and sisters, and my Blackishh X brothers and sisters will unite in peace and harmony. Say yes, Valentino. This is how I really be talking, y'all, for real. I go to y'all like. I tell you to press the like button. What do you say? Yes, Blackishh. I tell you hit subscribe. Yes, Blackishh. I tell you to comment. Yes, This shit is so ass. Like, this is so tone deaf. Imagine, can you imagine playing mouthwashing and fucking Anya explains how she was brutally raped by Jimbo, and the next scene is fucking Anya in the fucking green. Not only that, it's interspliced. It's interspliced with the pictures, with clips of her being raped. Yes, that's what we need. And not only that, it was animated by someone who loves rape. You know, Vimsy really fucks over those commentary YouTubers that like to explain the motivations and shit behind people, because she just has her characters explain everything about themselves.
That one is an insecure buffoon whose lonely ass watches you in his sleep. Princess is a bleeding heart who wants to solve everybody else's problems except her own. This one judges everyone and everything because she hates herself. And you Don't get me started. I see right through you and all this bullshit and how fake you are.
It's not an act. It's who I need to be. And this is my escape, where I can forget about it all, how much I hate everything. A place where I can get high and not have to think about how much it hurts. And maybe if I can ruin myself enough in the process, if I end up broken, I won't be his favorite toy anymore. And maybe he'll let me go.
All right, this episode is the divisive episode. There's a lot I want to say. But first, the good stuff. Valentino. Now, hold on. Wait, just hear me out. Valentino is my second favorite character in the whole series, right behind Adam. He is such a good villain. Now, don't confuse that. Don't confuse it, because this happens with a lot of people. They say they like terrible people as villains. I don't like him as a person. Wait. Oh, I thought that burp was gonna be bigger. Obviously, he's a terrible person, but that's why I like him, because everything else we've been shown about hell, they're these people that have been condemned to hell for being bad people in their past lives. 90% of them aren't bad people, and that's something I hate about, you know, the Helliverse. None of these people are bad people. I'm gonna talk more about this later, but it makes it stand out when you see characters like Mammon, Valentino, Vox by association, because, you know, he looks at Angel and just smiles. Vox by association. That's how you make likable characters, when they stand out, which shouldn't even work here. These characters shouldn't stand out because they're in hell. And in Five Nights at Freddy's, my favorite character is Springtrap by far, and not just because of the design. I love his design. His design is like peak horror fiction serial killer, whatever. But because in the lore, he stands out from every other character in the series. And not just because he's the villain, because he's actually still technically alive. He's the only quote-unquote animatronic that's still alive in the suit. He's still moving about, while all the other animatronics are just husks with souls in them. So when I look at Hell of Oz and Hazbin Hotel, and you see that this takes place in hell, and everyone is just a good person that's misunderstood, it stands out when you have people in hell that are like bad people, as they should be. And it shouldn't be that way, because everyone should be on some level a bad person, and it should stand out when there's people that are nice, like Charlie, but everyone's basically nice. So it's dumb, it's stupid. I said his design was mid before, but what he was wearing when he was in like when he was abusing Angel Dust, when he was abusing her, that fit was fire, bro. That fit was that's top tier. Like before, with his just robe, I would have thought he was just a fat. But in this outfit, he actually looks like a pimp. And the moth stuff, you know, the hair, the fluff right there, his neck, and the cape that is just his wings. It's such a good. Why wasn't he the Lust guy? I don't get. This is such a good, really good design, and it should have been Lust. Like you guys don't understand how much I fuck with this design. This is like really good, especially for a Vivzy Pop work. This is really good. And the smile works here because he's a sleazy scumbag. The smile actually works for this character. And unlike fucking cotton candy, unlike her, I can actually tell if this guy was Lust. I would 100% be able to tell this is meant to represent Lust. Look, all the hearts. Why does he represent Lust better than Osmodeus? This is my like 8th time bringing this up at this point. It's my 8th time bringing it up. These aren't comparable designs at all. And I don't care how crazy this sounds, right? Valentino should have been Lust. 100%. Not just because of design, because of personality. Hear me out. While Osmodeus is cool, like he's a cool character, whatever, he's a terrible representation of Lust. And I'm confident in saying that the only reason he was made this way is because Vivzy liked his design, or liked how she portrayed him in the first episode a little bit, and wanted to make him a more likable character, because he doesn't represent what Lust is whatsoever. And they try to explain it in like one of the episodes, I forgot where, but it was like, oh well, I think Lust, the power of Lust should be a loving situation or whatever, and he's all lovey-dovey with Fitzgerald, even though that's just not what Lust is. And maybe if it was like a thing where it was like an opposite thing, and heaven had their own version of the 7 deadly sins or something like that, it was their own version of it in heaven, and then maybe you could see Lust being like Ozzy, where he's all nice and cuddly and woo woo woo. But they're in hell, okay? They're in hell. I'm so tired of Vivzy being a pussy about a show that's the whole setting is in hell. If you're in hell and your whole thing's lust, yeah, I expect you to be a fucking rapist pedophile, nigga. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. And she does this with all the sins except sloth and greed and wrath a little bit, I guess. But for all the other ones, she tries to make them some sort of subversive type of character when I'm fine with that if you want to subvert a trope, but do it good. And she didn't do it good at all. Why does gluttony, someone who feeds off people like eating or whatever, their energy or whatever, care if someone is over drinking? Like, why would she care about that? She's gluttony. Isn't that her whole thing? Wanting people to be gluttonous and eat a lot? Why does she care that Blitz is overeating or whatever? Ozzy should be the representation of lust. It should be nothing but lust on his mind. It shouldn't be, oh, I'm romantic with just one person only. Yeah. Oh, I sell sex toys. That makes up for it. No, it doesn't. It should have been Valentino because that is a lustful nigga. All the terrible things he does is fueled by lust and a little bit of greed, but 99% lust. So he should have been the representation of lust. And you can say, oh, but why? But he can do different things. Vivzy can do whatever she wants. He can do different things. You're gay, nigga. I don't know. I feel like I sound crazy to the untrained ear. I might sound like a rape apologist. Loser Baby is also really good. I have that on my playlist. It's really good because Keith David is really good, and they both pair well together. I still think Husk's voice does not fit his face at all, but I still like the song. And the rest of this episode is really shit. Yeah, we just go from 100 to 0 and then around these parts. You should really script it. Fuck script for pussies. Again, I'll save the Valentino stuff, that whole section with Angel for like the end of this segment. I'm gonna talk about everything else I hated from this episode because I hate basically everything. When I see Husk explain all of the characters' problems, this is a prime example of what I mean when I say Vivian does not know how to do show instead of tell, because she can't write good like character writing and dialogue. The same thing happens later when she Angel does the Blitz thing, where instead of us just letting us infer the problems Angel has from what we've seen, no, she has Angel explain literally everything. And Charlie is so unbelievably like unlikable in the Angel Dust scene with Valentino. Not as a character, we get it, she's a good person, but as she's written, like, she is so unbelievably naive here. Is just unlikable at that point. Like, yeah, okay, she was written to be naive before, but the fact that she isn't able to pick up on any context clues that Valentino is gonna fuck up Angel for what she's doing, it's so unbelievably frustrating.
Please, just wait until I'm done working and we will talk about this, I promise, but first you gotta go.
Ah, your majesty.
I have come to aggressively kindly speak with you about Angel. Later, of course. I wouldn't want to stand in the way of your work.
Cocksleeve, or else silence.
Everything in the 2 p.m.
Cut! What the fuck is going on with this?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were we too loud? I was just telling him about the Hazbin Hotel.
Not at all, princess. It doesn't bother me one bit.
And it really doesn't make sense, because this is like, at this point, Vivian is trying to make like a mature show. This is a mature, scene where like is being implied what's gonna happen to Angel Dust if Charlie keeps acting up. So to write her so childish, it's so fucking weird to me, and I really don't like it. Like, why couldn't she just sit still and like watch the porno scene, like, right? If she couldn't watch, why did she just leave? Why does she have to talk to the audio guy with the mic? Why does she do any of the shit she does in this scene? It's so weird. I really don't get why she was written like this. Like, we've seen that she's like a friendly character, but this interruptive, this like annoying, it's so unlikable. Especially after Angel just told you not to come, and then so just chill out, bro. Like, didn't we just do the trust falls last episode? Trust him, damn. I really don't like Husk and Angel's relationship, like, at all. Like, I don't ship them, I don't like them together. Like, cool, maybe it was like a tiny bit, like a smidgen of a bit satisfying at the end, seeing them, happy, work together, whatever. But besides that, I don't like their relationship. All we have seen from their relationship is literally just Angel sexually harassing him. That's literally all we have seen of their relationship. I have never liked it because that's all it is. It's just Angel sexually harassing him. and the fact that I hate that Husk is clearly saying how he doesn't like it, right? Angel keeps going. You would think from what Angel goes through, right? We get that he's put on mask, but you think from what he goes through, he would know, or he would, you know, take it into account when someone wants him to stop. But you know, maybe that's insensitive of me to say. And this goes both ways, by the way. Don't think Husk should just get off scot-free. At the end, when Angel is like, "Oh, my life sucks. I get raped. Oh, it's a terrible life here." Comparing you gambling your soul away to the guy getting raped every day, I don't think that's a very good comparison there. I think that's a really bad one, actually. It's like, yeah, I heard that you got your soul taken by a psychopathic rapist. Yeah, I gambled my soul away to Alistair. We're basically in the same position. Oh, so sorry to hear you being raped. You get 5 big booms. Boom, 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 boom. And then the song, like, as much as I like how Loser Baby sounds, I don't like the lyrics because it's just Husk saying, "Angel, you're a loser, but I'm also a loser. We're on the same level. Me, who gambled away my soul, is on the same level of the guy who gambled, who didn't even gamble, who sold his soul to the niggas raping him." And with the Valentino and that Angel, like the actual stuff, I think is like it's handled weird. Like, you know, maybe, just maybe, Batman, maybe you shouldn't get someone who is into rape to work on the rape scene. Maybe, Batman, maybe you shouldn't get someone who gets off to rape to draw the rape scene. And the fucking tonal whiplash of going from the Angel getting assaulted and, you know, having to do the scene as well to a fucking shitty pop song. The whiplash. The whole scene with the abuse and stuff and Angel blowing up at Charlie straight to a pop song, it's like the same whiplash of Moxie getting abused by his dad and then dildos popping out the wall. But I think it's worse here because they're actually trying to play it serious, and it just doesn't work for me. Like, it makes me laugh every time I think about it because, like, it's just like, I'm getting rid there. You're poison. I'm tripping. I'm poison. Like, there's a whole choreographed dance scene intermingled, interswished with these clips of him actually being raped. Was this necessary? Could you have just not done this? I'm pretty sure there was like controversy like not too long ago about someone who's actually like a victim of something like this, like a YouTuber who said they didn't like this scene, and Twitter they might as well have shot him with the way they was coming at him. Like, Jesus. Oh God, these niggas just be aura farming. Like, why Vox ain't even need to do that. What do you think? What do you think that one video clip of that one nigga reacting to the abuse scene? What do you think?
I want watching her. I really don't. I love him too much.
You know she can't do anything. I own you, or have you forgotten that?
And there's this really, God damn it.
Yeah, that's about what I thought. Alright, let's list off all the iconic character traits of all our favorite Helliverse characters. Daddy issues. Okay, I didn't like this episode a lot more than the last one. Mainly because of Lucifer. He's really stand out here. He's a real standout, which is surprising because I hate his design. Yeah, no, I do hate it. I was gonna say I think I like it, but nah, I do hate it. The only thing I like about it is how short he is, and I don't like his smile, but if anything, I'll give it props that his smile looks forced every time he puts it on. Looks better than it doesn't still, but that's all I like about his design. But he does have the best voice actor in the show. I can't say that besides Keith David, he's like an exception. But besides him, he has the best voice actor in the show. Like, singing and talking, he has a lot of personality. Like, Lucifer's character in general, like, as much as I don't like his design, I do like his nervous, all forced personality. I really like it. I think he brings some of the best jokes in the show because he's not cursing or sex joke or violence or anything. He's just funny, and I like him for a reason that I'll talk about later when I do the rant, the big rant of this video. He also just sounds like he's the only one who's actually voice acting. Like, you can hear more inflections in his voice and more just personality and care put into his lines and basically everyone else on the show. Like, I love Keith David, but he sounds the same in every role he does. And that's fine for him, right? Because I like his voice, and he also does a good job of controlling it. He's a really good, like, monotone type voice actor, but it doesn't work here because I don't like his character anyway. But Lucifer, I think his voice actor is doing a really good job, and it's almost weird when I hear him next to everyone else because he stands out because of how good he is. Like, listen to him during the first song. Listen to how he's pronouncing some of the words. It actually sounds like someone who's voice acting in a musical, when, you know, in a musical, it's not just about hitting the highest note possible to make the song sound as good as possible. You're still voice acting in that situation. It's not just, you know, singing a song.
Hey, how are ya? Where are you? My daughter wants to see me. Take that, depression.
You taking care of my widow girl? You better be.
Who is this? Who is this now? Are you the bellhop? Well, it's not very clever. Charlie, dear, why don't you introduce me to your other friends? It doesn't matter how well-intentioned you are. They're always gonna disappoint you. Yes, sir. What'd I tell you? Charlie. Looks like you could use some help from the big boss of hell himself. Whack, bam, boom, a la Kazam. Usually I charge a sacrificial lamb, but you get the family rate. Thanks, Dad. I'll rig the game for you because I'm the real. Good thing we're in hell. Check out this little magic device. A remedial creation from me. It's as easy as can be.
And I think the only other two people who don't fall into this is Charlie and Adam, I think, because they, in the songs, they still sound like they're acting. I don't get this from any of the other characters. So what ends up happening, okay, alright, phone. So what ends up happening is that all the other characters, they sound just flat when they're talking because they aren't voice acting. They're just talking in the voice, right? And then during the songs, they sound like you're singing a song, so it's just boring. It also just helps make the show feel consistent with the voices. Like, when Lucifer is just talking and he's singing in a song, he sounds like the same person. When Vaggie is talking and singing a song, she sounds completely different. And maybe it's just me, but that throws me off.
Cut. Alright, maybe we can try to fix it in post. Do you even know what that means? I'll figure it out.
I was so confused when I first watched this on why Alistair was being such a, like, trying to make the Lucifer, why was he trying to make him so jealous? I thought it was just because, you know, he was just being an asshole. But as we see later, Alistair ain't all that, to be honest. Lucifer could really just fucking pop his ass. But I guess outside of canon, outside of the canon lore that we are told in the show, he did it because Lucifer doesn't show him any respect or something like that. I heard that somewhere. I'm just gonna go with that. I finally see why they don't draw any characters with some girth, some thickness to them, because Mimsy's, her animations, her how she looks this whole episode is so jank. If you watch the episode again, just look at Mimsy. The way she walks and stuff, it is so janky. The songs are okay. I think the first song started out good, but then it was bad once they started playing instruments. The second song it's okay. The vocals are really good, but I don't care for it at all. Where's that giant dinosaur lady? I need to see it. I need to see her again. She was hot. The hell should be classified as hot girl heaven. You know, I already talked about it, but I just want to emphasize. I really like how Lucifer talks about his own people. Like, these niggas is gross. He talks about them like I talk about Mexicans. Y'all niggas is bubs. Y'all niggas is broke.
Y'all niggas is broke. Y'all niggas is bum.
But I'll talk more about it in, I think, the next episode. That's when I can actually start talking about my biggest issue with this entire series, really.
Welcome to heaven.
Welcome, Nikki. Welcome to heaven.
Their love is vile and blasphemous.
Hot as fuck, though.
Yeah, the episodes just aren't getting better. They're just like stagnantly bad. Like, there isn't really much of any good of this in this episode besides Adam and Loot. But that's it. I think nothing else was like good. It was all either mid or bad. St. Peter's design is it's so bad, man. Like, it's like, before I talk about the big thing, the thing that has been irking me, the thing that makes me really dislike this entire franchise, let's talk about everything else in this episode. St. Peter's design's awful. The Seraphim's designs are so boring, man. It's so boring. It's disappointingly boring. Like when you look at seraphims in, you know, biblical, like actual, like biblically accurate seraphims, some of them are human, some are like just creatures. But one of my favorite parts of the seraphim design, and this is like before I even watched Hazbin, one of my favorite parts of their designs is the hair, not the hair. What am I talking about? The feathers, the wings that cover the eyes. I think that's so cool that the wings cover the face so you can never really see it. I think that's such a cool like aspect of it. But it's just, there's no interesting thing here. They're just people with hair and wings, and the eyes come to wings when they get mad. Or it's so boring. It's so irritatingly boring how uncreative Vivziepop is, especially when it comes to biblically accurate. Like when you hear biblically accurate angel, you think of like all the swirling rings and eyes and wings and all that shit that you see in some of the background characters. When it comes to the main characters, they're just all so fucking lame and boring. So I'm sitting down editing this. I'm watching My Singing Monsters in the background because it's released New Island. And I'm looking at the monsters, and I just realized that Ogler from My Singing Monsters is a better angel design. It's a better angel design than anything in this fucking show. Actual, unironic, unspoken riz versus sexual harassment. It's not even a competition right here. Like Lucifer, I said I was fine with I didn't like the design, I was fine with it. But you could do so much with Lucifer. I get that he has to be an angel, but make something out of it. Same with Radio Demon, same with all these characters. All of their designs are so boring. Besides the few that I like, everyone else is so just bad and boring. It's so frustrating how uncreative Vivzie is with these designs, especially when you take into account hell and heaven and all of the media there is about hell and heaven. And the way you design your characters is just fucking people. Like the main ones are just people. It's so annoying. It's so lazy. Speaking of lazy, this plot is lazy. There's just so much setup and payoff in the same episode. If you can even call it payoff. Vagina is an angel. Whoa, what a reveal. Nope, it's paid off this episode with the Charlie finding out. Hey Adam, you're not allowed to tell everyone that we do exterminations. That's bad. Oh, he tells everyone they do exterminations. Same episode. The tiny seraphim first meeting hell people and betraying her people. Not betraying them, but going against her people. Like this lady should be like the most heavily manipulated person ever. This should have been an arc for her character. It shouldn't have just been the episode she meets a hell person for the first time, and in the same episode she realizes her entire society is corrupt and she instantly goes against them with no type of like pushback or anything. She's a seraphim. She's supposed to be the head seraphim one day, right? Shouldn't she be the most heavily manipulated person there? Like there's no reason she should just believe what they're saying instantly, let alone hop on the song with her and duet this. Like, what, you just met her? I actually really like the song. No, I don't. I think the song's pretty mid, but up until Adam joins in and his part is amazing. I literally know that bar for bar. Why do they treat Nifty like a child in one scene and then put her in BDSM another scene? I don't get it. Like, I know she's obviously old, right? Because she's met Alistair and knows the fat bitch, and she drinks. But I don't like how they treat her like a kid and then they put her in BDSM. I don't like it. So Vagina wasn't killed, so why does she have the X over her eye? She was just cut and like her halo was staying off. She wasn't killed. I thought that was the whole thing, is that the X on your body is where you were killed in real life. She was an angel, so why did she have the X there? Also, Adam is down there in hell, as you can see by him holding her halo, after he said in the first episode that he'd never step down. I really feel like Simpsons now. I'm nitpicking like a bitch, but hey, I mean, you could call it nitpicking. This is just shit that really takes me out of the show. It's just like inconsistency like this. Like, you didn't need Adam there, or don't have Adam say in the first episode that he doesn't go down there. That's all you really need. But no, let's have our cake and eat it too, because we're fat fucks here. We're fat fucks. All right, time to talk about my second biggest problem with the show, because I feel like this episode is the culmination of the bullshittery that's been going on. How does hell and heaven work? because it doesn't make any sense. Just going purely off of this show's logic, not any biblical knowledge or anything like that, purely off of this show's just their logic. The show doesn't explain how Lucifer giving Eve the apple and having her do the disobedience just makes hell, like hell just spawns after that. It doesn't explain that, and it spawns with evil just already down there apparently. I don't get how that works. It's never explained. I wish there was a bit more story that, you know, explained why this happened, because for all we know, it just appeared after she took a bite out of the apple. I don't like that. It doesn't make sense. But Lucifer is not really the creator of it, if that's the case. Why does everyone just worship Lucifer down here? I don't get it, you know, besides Radio Demon, because he's just a dickhead. Why does everyone support him? If anything, you would think that everyone would hate Lucifer. All this suffering or whatever they're going through, all this bad stuff, you know, Valentino shit, all this wouldn't exist if Lucifer didn't get to eat that fucking apple. So why do they like him? If I was in hell and I met that nigga, I'd be pissed, because it's your fault. It's your fault we're here. And why does Lilith just get strong? Like, why is she all powerful and shit? Why is Adam even all powerful? Why does any of this happening? No, I get Adam because he's in heaven. Why is Lilith the one who was condemned to hell, suffering, the suffering and hellfire? Why does any of these people have power down here? And that's my biggest problem. Hell, where is the suffering? Where is it? This is just LA. And they literally make that joke in Hell and Law. LA isn't too different. That's not a good thing. Why? This doesn't feel like hell at all. You could literally just live your life in hell without interacting to anyone and be content with that. How is this hell? And some people just come to hell after dying just super strong for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like it doesn't explain why Radio Demon is killed and is so strong. I don't know why he is so strong. I don't get it. But at the same time, someone can get hit by a car and they're in the earth and they come down and they're just weak. Why? Why is Vox able to create an entire company? And what is money? Why is there money in hell? Why? Why? Like, can you at least make it like Hellbucks or something like that? Something different. Why is it just money, and American money at that? Make it like the schmeckles the Jews were promised 3,000 years ago. Why does Vox choose to make all the shit he makes? For money, right? What does he do with the money? Buy stuff. Why are people selling stuff to buy? Like, what? Why do you need a community down here? Y'all should be suffering. Why do you even have the ability to? What is the power system? Why are some people so strong? And I know I just said that, but why? Like, what are their powers? I feel like we see so many characters just do magical shit that's never explained how they did it or what the thing they did. Like, up in heaven, Adam just makes an orb to watch over all the what Angel Dust is doing. I don't know how he did that. I get why you can just get away with not explaining any of Alistair's shit because he's mysterious, so I guess that's a good reason not to explain any of his powers or how they work. How does Lucifer's work? Because we're gonna see in like the next or 2 episodes, he just fucking makes houses. If he can just build stuff, what? If he can build, why does he help like hell with this? I feel like Lucifer could make hell so much. Make the sky blue. Make it blue. Hell doesn't have to be the shitty dark wasteland. You can make the sky blue. That would help that would make people so much feel better. Listen, it's like a thing in real life when you're just living in darkness and you're living in shit. When you're living in fucking Chicago where it's always dark, your mood's gonna be shittier. You know, when it's always dark, you never have any sunshine or nothing. The mood's gonna be shitty. We're always living in red. So man, why not just help your people live it? Make the sky blue, man. Blue, make it blue. Bluey! What is Bluey even about? It was crazy. The first thing I ever saw of Bluey, it was this dog, right? I was just scrolling on Instagram It was some dude cosplayed just as a blue furry dog. The worst shit I've ever seen, right? Under that same dog character, he got his brains blown out after assaulting his children. I don't know what the fuck the Bluey fandom is. That shit is nuts. I hope people know what like shit I'm talking about, because I don't want to sound like fucking crazy or like I'm making this up. It was literally a fucking comic about the dad I don't know, bro. But it was his head was literally blown off by the I think the mom dog. And then I found out it was a kid's show. I thought this shit was like some internet ARG or whatever, like fucking what is it, Max and Rhubarb, where it's meant to like unsettle you. I can't find it, and now I feel like a fucking psychopath. Overall, this interpretation of hell it's so generic and bad, and that's disappointing. I don't get why so many people like this interpretation of hell. Because it doesn't feel like hell, it just feels like another place on earth where everything is red, like fucking Arizona or something. Yeah, in Hell of a Boss, more of the rings or whatever are explored, but even those also just look like other places on earth. They don't look like they are hell. There's no hellfire. Like when Charlie's singing, she's talking about, why are my people damned to hellfire? What do you mean damned to hellfire?
Turn the page, escape infernal place. When you make the wretched suffer.
You could really you can really just get by existing, right? You can just get by. You can just get a job working at like was it that Spencer's ass store from Hell of a Boss with the spider. You can just get by having a business here, just like Earth. There's nothing like that damns you in this place. This isn't damning. And this isn't me saying there's no bad things happening in hell, because I know someone's gonna get it that way. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying all the bad shit that is happening in hell that we see is no worse than what's happening right now in the real life. Compare this to one of my favorite interpretations of hell of all time, Ultra Kill. This game does hell so good because hell feels like hell. It feels like if you get sent here, you are damned to hellfire, torture, all that, because believe it or not, it's hell. There is no creature that you come across that looks like it's enjoying itself. There's nothing that looks happy. Definitely not because you have to kill everything. But even then, nothing there. The only semblance of sanity you see from the hell people down here are either the strongest ones like Minos and the fucking fat nigga, I forgot his name right now, or people that aren't from hell like Gabriel. Each enemy has an entry that explains what they are and how they came to be the type of monster or demon that they are. And I get it, it's a game, you don't have that freedom to just put text and dialogue to understand how the characters in Hazbin Hotel work. But I'd rather understand how they work in the game than having to go to a live stream from 8 gazillion years ago to understand how Alistair has 2 penises or something. Like in Hell of a Boss, all it would take is like a throwaway line about Beelzebub having processing her stomach or however she eats through plasma, and that comes out. All it would take is that, not you on a live stream telling us, oh well, this is how it happens. Like, I hate that so much. That Vizipop, well, instead of putting lore in the game, she goes, oh well, I told this lore already in the live stream. They don't really need to know that. I don't need to put time to end the story. Like, no, who? Not everyone watches your live streams. Not everyone wants to get lore or go to you for lore. I don't watch the live streams of creators of shows. Like, I'm pretty sure the artists behind, like, I think One Punch Man does live streams and stuff. I don't watch those. I still love One Punch Man, but I don't watch those live streams. And he doesn't give lore about characters in those live streams. Each layer in Ultra Kill looks so distinct from each other. Like, when we get to violence, oh my god, it's so good. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I do want to eventually make an Ultra Kill video when the next part comes out. I want to talk about it all. But just the basic, the surface of Ultra Kill, it looks so good and it's so expressive with how the characters are designed and stuff like that. Like Gabriel, you could just, in any other thing, you could say Gabriel is just like a night character, but within the world of Ultra Kill, it's so distinct because we don't see anyone like him. Same with V2. Literally all the characters are so distinct from each other and have so much personality in them. Like, I'm not gonna go into too much. Because if I start, I'm gonna go forever. I already know once I'm playing Ultra Kill to get the footage for this video, it's gonna be such a time waster because I'm not gonna want to stop playing. But man, Ultra Kill is just, it's such a better representation of hell than this. And I don't want to hear any excuses because Ultra Kill is an indie game, not a fully funded Amazon show with 9 writers. How do you have 9 writers and not one of them is like, hey, maybe this shit is ass. Maybe we shouldn't have an abuse scene with implied rape followed up by a music video with a pop song intermingled with clips of rape. And to top it off, it'd be drawn by someone who likes rape. Yeah, well, maybe we shouldn't do that. This whole story just doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, the lore of the show is just so stupid and broken. Like, there's nothing is really explained to us about how anything works. How come Vaggie can, Vagina the Third, how come she could just stay in hell? Like, there's no long-term effects on angels being in hell? Like, I get that they come down for once a night, but there's just no long-term effects whatsoever. And how come when she's exposed, there's no repercussions for her, like, leaving, besides her being hell? Like, the High Council doesn't want to say, like, why is there an angel helping the hell people rise up? Why? There's nothing. It's just whatever. Like, you're telling me these people that are willing to send people down to murder, like, half of them, or, like, percents of them every year, they're not gonna just kill this lady right now for betraying them and helping hell rise against them? There's no repercussions for this. Same thing when she gets home. Like, no one no one cares that she's an angel, that she's killed thousands, by the way, because he said thousands. She's killed thousands of them. No one cares. Like, oh, well, Vaggie's one of us now. So what if you were one of the people that killed thousands of us? I've known you for at least like 6 months. We're cool now. Imagine you're at work, right? You have a co-worker, and we've been working at this place for like at least 6 months, and it was exposed that they were a Nazi soldier, and they would go on missions, and they've killed thousands of innocent Americans. They've just killed thousands of your people from where you're from, your hometown. They killed thousands of people. You're just cool with that person now because they're cool. You're just cool with that. And you could say, well, they trust Charlie and Charlie trusts Vaggie. I mean, sorry, Vagina the Eighth. So of course we're gonna trust. Like, no, nigga. What? The fact that no one really gives a fuck that she was an angel that's killed thousands of them is baffling to me. Like, she could so easily be a spy. Like, all of her traits, she could just so easily be like a spy sent by them, and she could have easily betrayed them. But she doesn't. Thankfully for them, she doesn't. But she could have been, and no one it wouldn't their fault because they all just accept her. And also just don't get the logic behind the higher ups in the places or whatever. Like, you can see, if you just look down in hell, you can see that not everyone is just a terrible person. Like, you can literally just look and see that. I don't know why they don't think anyone can be redeemed, but it also makes sense because it hasn't. You know what? We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. This show is so much worse than I thought it was going to be. I did not think it would have this many problems. I don't remember having this many problems. But man, it's getting me there. It's digging it. You digging in a nigga. You digging in me. Last thing about this episode, I just hate the fucking double standard when it comes to this rape shit with Vivzy and these shows. Like, I don't care, right? It's whatever. And it's just fine. But you can't have an episode where you take it the most serious thing ever, even though it's goofy, the serious thing with Angel Dust, and then have a joke about Serpentious being raped, and no one cares, right? You can't do that. Like, he just gets raped in this episode. No one cares. Same thing with Hell Boss with Moxie. He gets fucking sexually assaulted or raped by Vraska. No one cares. It's almost like Vivzy Pop and people making these shows, they don't care about this sexual assault, any of the sexual harassment. They don't care about this stuff unless it happens to someone that is primarily feminine. Moxie gets sexually assaulted by the succubus people. No one cares. Throughout the entirety of Hasbro Tell, Angel Dust is sexually harassing Husk through the entirety of the show. No one cares. Serpentious gets dragged to a room and sexually assaulted and raped by multiple people. No one cares. But when it happens to Angel Dust, it's you can't play that as a joke. It's happening to Angel Dust. It's more a feminine man, right? That's a big deal. You gotta take that serious. Even Hell Boss, when Mammon is like sexually harassing the Envy lady, right? To get her to go out with them. They take that serious, right? They tell us back off. But when Vraska literally assaults Moxie, she's a victim to Blitz and whatever. Like, it's so stupid. Like, how am I supposed to take this seriously when it's clear that you only care about sexual harassment, sexual assault? You only care about that if it's happening to either women or feminine men. You don't care about it because you joke about it when it's happening to a masculine man, or not masculine, because I wouldn't call Serpentious a masculine man, but like just a man that's not real feminine. You don't care about it. You make jokes out of it. And it's just like, you can't, bro. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have an episode condemning all of it and then make a joke about it. It's either a joke or it's not. You can't, bro. Whatever. And the joke was good too, but it just feels like it leaves a bad taste in my mouth after you made an entire episode condemning it and you. Whatever. What's with the backhands in these shows? No one really be laying hands. They always just be backhanding people and they be doing like 1,000 crit damage. Is this video gonna be longer than the last one? Is it actually? I'm already at like, I think in total like over an hour of just footage. How is it already? This is only 8 episodes. I said this video is gonna be on like 2 weeks to a comment, and we already at over. What happened? How did we get here? Why is it so long already?
Answer. Angelic weapons? It's that simple? How is no one else?
What do you mean you didn't know? We can get hurt, nigga. You got your eyes cut out. What the fuck? What do you mean? You literally got like your wings and eyes cut out. How do you not know this? Holy shit, this makes no fuck. Oh my god, this makes no sense. Oh my god, this makes no sense. What the fuck? What? This episode is bad. Man, this was really bad. So Alistair's and Charlie's relationship is so flip-floppy. Like in the episode with the dad with Lucifer, it's like, oh, she loves him so much, they're so happy together. Oh my god, she admires him, and he's the father figure. And this episode at the start, Charlie's like, oh, he's such a piece of shit, why is he always like this? Oh, boo-hoo, 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 boo-hoo. I actually really like Rosie. I like her. I didn't say anything because like I like her design. Yeah, I like her voice actor, and yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about her. She's cool. Now the fucking Mexicans over here, y'all niggas is broke. Y'all niggas is broke. Like their whole conversation is so fucking. It's so dumb. It's so stupid. Like her, the bigger one. Carmine, she's so stupid. It's so, everything is, oh my god, it's so dumb. It's so bad. Why do you keep saying you didn't know that angels can be harmed with angelic weapons? You were harmed with the angelic weapon. She cut your eye out and the wings off. Why are you saying you don't know that? You're specifically an angelic weapon arms dealer? You've been dealing arms. Get this, you've been dealing arms, weapons with angelic enhancements, and no one else has killed an angel? What? Not one other person has killed an angel when you've been dealing angelic weapons. Are you serious? I can only assume that the people that she's been selling these special grade tools, these special grade cursed object, angelic weapons, are just full-blown retards. That's the only thing I can assume, because the fact that no one has killed an angel for all the years that they have been coming down and slaughtering, no one has killed them, is unbelievable. Carmine's so bad with her hair down, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting sidetracked. They're using her ass to blind me from the bad plot. What do you mean angelic steel isn't common? Not only are your arms dealer in it, apparently they just fucking leave their spears on the ground. Why do they do this? Can they make spears? Or do they have like... No, it doesn't make sense unless they can literally make spears out of their hands. Like Choso making the knife out of blood. There is no reason for them to be leaving their spears behind. Unless the angels somehow don't know that they can get hurt by their own weapons. Yo, the angel of heaven that's been around for years on eons. They somehow, for some reason, don't know that their own people can be hurt by these weapons. There is no other reason. They're just leaving these spears around. But that wouldn't happen, right? Because that would be the most retarded plot point. That would be so stupid if the angels didn't know that they could be hurt by their own spears. What the fuck is Carmine and her kids doing out at this point? Why are they outside? Why are they running around? You're an you're an overlord. You tell me why are you not in a bunker? Why are your kids not in the bunker? I get if you were out. Why are your kids not? Why are y'all out here? This is such, basically, you only found out by coincidence that you could kill them, because you shouldn't even be out here at this point. You should be inside. You should be inside for like the next 5 days after, but why are you out here? This doesn't make sense. Okay, you killed one, what happened to the other 5? Wait! You didn't kill the other 5, because they only said they found one body. So that means the other 4 or 5 got away. They didn't. How does Heaven not know? How does Heaven not know that they could get killed? They saw her do it. What? It's so mind-boggling dumb, bro. This is dumb, bro. Dumb. Bum. And then she just grows her wings back. Why? Doesn't, I don't know what it was. She powered by love to grow her wings back? That's stupid. Why didn't she grow back like what? Was an orgasm not good enough to grow your wings back? You should have. Why didn't she get it back any sooner than this? But you know, whatever. This show sucks, man. This is like I don't remember it being this bad. I didn't remember all of these like plot holes and shit they just fucking brush over and do in the show. Like, and a lot of it comes from Carmine. I think she's the worst like plot relevant character in the show. Now that I think about it, why doesn't Heaven just kill all of them at this point? Like, if you feel like they're rising, it's not like hell, right? It's not like hell is like, you know, like I said for Ultra Kill, right? It's not like hell is like this place where you're actually getting tortured for your sins in the real life. So why doesn't the Angel just kill all of them? Why do they let them sit here? Hell is just LA. There's no point, you know, it's not like they're suffering for their sins. So why not just kill all of them? I don't get why they don't just, you know, kill all of them anyway. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, was there even anything else interesting that happened this episode? Why does Husk help them? Husk is only there because he's trapped by Alistair. That's the only reason he's even stuck there. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't like any of them niggas. Besides Angel Dust, which also does basic. Besides Angel Dust, basic a little, right? There's no reason he has no reason to defend the place. Why is he still there? Whatever. Oh, shut the fuck up, Adam. I like your character, but what the fuck is this, dude? What?
And now I am going to fuck you.
Oh man, take back everything I said about this voice actor's lines being good. Oh man.
Whoa, Dad. He's had enough.
What do you mean he's had enough? What? You know, I didn't think that this show would be as bad as Hell of a Boss. And in terms of story and consistency, this show is so much worse. Oh my god. Say what you want. The relationship shit in Hell of a Boss is the worst thing ever. I can admit that. But when it comes to just the story and everything else, this show takes it by a mile. It is so frustrating watching just everything fall apart in your eyes. Everything is just not following each other. Everything's going in separate parts because there's 9 fucking writers. Oh yeah, okay, they just have angelic weapons for literally everyone. Everyone's specialized cherry bombs. All their bombs are angelic weapons. I want you to talk to me about a tight little red hole. What do you mean you don't know? Why? Has no one ever like accidentally cut their hands on their spears or anything? Literally nothing. Years and years, 10,000 years, no one has ever cut themselves by accident with one of their spears or swords. Never while training anything. No one's ever cut themselves. No. We just don't know. We just don't know. Why don't they have shields? Why did they saw, even if they didn't know, they saw one of them die. Why don't they have any better preparations for this? Why? They just went down there like everything was calm when you saw one of them die. You saw that. Alistair is such a fucking fraud. And I don't even think he's a fraud, but no, he's a fraud. He has to be. I'm saying I don't think he is, right? Because I genuinely don't think the writers all 9 of them had any idea what to do with his character or how his powers work. We don't know how his powers work. Why is it showing he has all these tentacles, all this shit, all these little men, and he's just taken out like that? He has no defensive capabilities whatsoever. He just gets taken out like that. He's just that instant. He's such a fucking fraud. People call Sakuna a fraud. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Why are they trying to make Sir Peach's death serious? Like they literally played it as a joke, and then 2 seconds later, oh fuck nigga, you digging it. You can't just whip me back and forth. You can't whip my head back and forth. You can't be like, oh, this is a joke, he died, and then take it seriously. What? It's so stupid. I love Lute. I think she's a good character. Why doesn't Vagina the 8th just kill her? Why? Why are you trying to prove a point at this point? Why not just kill her? It's so stupid. Same with the fucking eggs. Why didn't she just splatter that egg all over the walls? Why did she want to take a second to look at it and then shoot it and then Angel stops it? Lucifer, where the fuck were you? There's no explanation for why he's late. There's literally none. Not one explanation. He just shows up and says, what do you say? Sorry I'm late. Something like that. But why were you late? What were you doing? And then he no-diffs Adam. And it's just like, whatever, man. What do you whatever? Now I'm going to fuck you. Funny, laugh now. And then Charlie's like, let him live. Nico, what? I like Adam, but you're gonna let him live? The whole point the show started with you being like, oh, my people, they're dying. I wish I could make it. Kill that nigga. Why did anyone? And the thing is, everyone was gonna agree. Everyone was gonna be like, yeah, we should just let him live and go. What is are we supposed to take this seriously, Dipsy? Are we supposed to take this seriously? Is it supposed to be like something we take seriously? Or is it supposed to be a fucking kid show? What is this? What is it? You can't do both. It's supposed to be a mature, realistic writing, all this shit. Or are you gonna make it a fucking kid show? What is it? Because it can't be both. You cannot do both. And then right after, Nifty kills him and it's played off as a joke. What the fuck? What is this? Luke, you were right there. Why didn't you say anything to Adam, like a watch out or anything? There was nothing. Where's Adam's golden ladies that he summoned in the first episode? Why was those never here? Why doesn't Adam have like 5 of them ladies around him at all times? He's the main guy, isn't he? And then they all just leave. Lucifer, kill the niggas. Kill all of them. Slaughter them all. Why are you giving them a chance to do this again? This whole episode, fucking Vox is just in the background cheering or whatever. This was probably the most enjoyable part of this fucking episode. Too bad he wasn't the main villain of the season, because they want to do this fucking endgame shit. And I don't want to hear. Well, they didn't know if they were gonna get a second season. Then make the first season good. Make it amazing. You can have your cliffhangers, because they end the season on a cliffhanger anyway. So I don't want to hear, oh, they didn't want to leave it. Nigga, they ended on a cliffhanger. Why not just make this season as good as possible, so instead of shoving in everything that you want? This is like multiple seasons worth of events just happen. That stupid fucking pig, bro. Oh my god. What they need to have an we can do it. We can build it. Why are you here? Alistair is gone. Why are you still here? Leave. Is that what you wanted the whole time? Oh, you had some more development with the characters. Oh my god, my pussy hurts, bro. My pussy hurts. There was an entire crack in the ground, like fucking got blasted by Blasted and Furious. That was his name. I think his name was Blazone. Blasted and Furious. But I guess Lucifer could just build it. Where's the blue sky, Lucifer? Where's the skies, Lucifer? Why is Cherry Bomb here? Why? Why is she here? Oh, she's friends with Angel Dust. Obviously, she's gonna be okay. Why she's gonna help build too? She just cares about this hotel that much now. Overlords are not hanging by a thread, Box. The only one that was quote unquote taken out was Alistair. The Overlords are still here. They've been here for years without Alistair. He just came back this year. What do you mean they're hanging by a thread? And then Alistair finally has his like lord dump. It's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty like I guess I don't care though. Like it's over. My mental's already broken. I don't have enough energy to care. I can't say it's cool though. I'm fine with it. And we're getting a second season, so maybe we'll see more of it. We better, because Alistair's powers are so bullshitty. Alistair is. He's literally the nigga for Princess and the Frog. That's what he is. He has the shadow nigga, all the demons and shit. That's literally all. And he does the deals. That's all Alistair. He's just a rip off a furry OC version of nigga from Princess and the Frog. I forget his name right now. And then we get the most bullshitty bullshit to ever bullshitted. and this nigga Sir Princess comes up to heaven. What? How? Let me explain why Charlie's plan, this whole thing, her whole thing is so stupid and it doesn't work at all. And I hate how the show tries to act like her plan is right, and anyone who denies it is just being too close-minded, like how they treat Lucifer. Why does he believe in this? Nigga, because your daughter's fucking retarded, nigga. I get it, she has hope. She wants her people to be freed. But how? We have never seen that before. There's never any proof. 10,000 years. There's never once been a nigga that went up. Why do you think it's gonna happen so bad? More importantly, how are you gonna do it? And we see her attempt to with trust falls and getting to know each other in roleplay. How does that work though? How? Sir Pentious in hell. Sir Pentious literally vicariously killed someone in the first episode, or I think it was in the pilot. I'm pretty sure it was in the pilot. But he killed someone, and he was just starting wars. He has a whole death machine. How did he get to heaven for going along with some fucking roleplay? That gets him into heaven? Really? You wanna know my biggest problem with all of this? They don't explore who any of these people were in their real lives. What if, hear me out, Sir Pentious was a mass rapist or something like that, and he went in and now he's this guy, right? You get it, he's good or whatever, quote unquote good by the end of the series. So he gets to go to heaven. We don't know who these people are. We don't know what they got sent to hell for. Shouldn't heaven be you, or shouldn't the hell be you repenting for your sins in your first life? Shouldn't the hotel be you repenting and being redeemed for those sins, plus the sins you've committed in hell? You've obviously done something to be sent to hell in the first place. So you should be repenting for that. Plus all the shit you've been doing here, right? You're starting war crimes. You're doing all this shit. You're blowing up streets, killing people. You should be now. You got that's adding on to it. That proves why you should be in hell, obviously. So now you're going to the hotel. You just do transfers and you're good. You're back in heaven now because you died fighting the guy. That now you're in heaven. That's what it is. That's what gets you to heaven. No matter what you did in your real life. Imagine there was a guy, right? Shit Poo Poo Stain the Third, right? This guy. He in his real life, he was a mass murderer, child rapist. He was just the worst murderer. He did it to hundreds of thousands of children. He goes to hell. He goes to the hotel, does some trouble for half a year. By the way, it was half a year, maybe less, that Sir Pentious was there, and our Shit Poo Poo Stain the Third, right? He does that for half a year, and then he dies fighting Adam. He's sent to heaven. He gets to go to heaven because he did. Like, what are the rules? We don't know how to get to heaven. Neither do the angels. So we don't know why he's there. There's nothing. Like, I don't even think Vivzy knows. We should know how this works so we can like infer how Sir Pentious got there, because from what we've seen, he should not be there yet. He should not. She said herself she doesn't know. Nigga, why are you making a hotel to get people there if you don't know? You're not qualified. Shouldn't repentance and redeeming someone be catered to that specific person? Not everyone's gonna get better through trust falls. Not everyone's gonna get better through sharing this, through roleplay of being a child and a robber and saying no to drugs. That's not gonna make everyone better, a better person, good enough for heaven. There should be. Why isn't there like I don't know, a therapist or someone there to specifically cater to everyone's specific needs? But no, I guess everyone, you could just do trust falls and no, he's in heaven now. It doesn't matter how bad you were in your real life that got you sent to hell. It doesn't matter how bad you were in hell. Have a year of doing trust falls. That's really what you need to do to heaven. But it doesn't matter how many kids you murder. How William Afton could come down here and he could get sent to heaven for half a year of work if he was at the hotel. That's probably why Golden Freddy doesn't let him go to hell, because Golden Freddy knows if we let William Afton go to hell, he's just gonna go to that fucking hotel. Then he's just gonna get off scot-free. Then you get the Lilith reveal. And what loot you didn't want to fucking clean up before you went there? He's gonna go there straight after battle. Or did you get appointed as leader? You did like fucking wash off the blood at all? You just there now? Okay. This is sad, man. I've been here since the pilot, and I've been excited for it to come out. And for it to come out, it's upsetting. It's upsetting. Like the shit with Angel does. You can be fine with the scenes, but I personally think it's a little bit distasteful to have him being abused to straight to a pop song with scenes of him being raped intertwined with him dancing and the pop song. To top it off, it was animated by a nigga that enjoys that shit. And then there was some other controversies, like with her like stealing the design for I think Cherry Bomb or a few of her designs or stuff like that, and not giving credit to it and stuff like that. I'm gonna talk about that more in like the last video where I talk about, you know, the fan base and Vivzy specifically. But yeah, I think that should be it. I don't think if anything, I'm just gonna put anything I forgot to put here just in post, and you're not even gonna notice because I'm so clever. I'm so good at editing these videos. If I had to rate it, I'd give this show and Hell of a Boss, because I think they're pretty much on the same level, I'd give it a 2 out of 10. I really get nothing but anger and anguish at this point from these shows, which is really disappointing because what they showed us what they were gonna be was so promising. What should have been a really funny hell-themed office type show, a sitcom with one of them being people going, it should have been an episodic series of people going into the overworld and killing people. Maybe down the line you can get real serialized and have a plot. And the other one, what should also have been an episodic series about taking in new people and trying to rehabilitate them for their sins, turned into way more than they should have been. One turning into the worst romance I've ever seen, which wouldn't work if you simply changed the character's appearance, and the other turning to a massive war with plot holes everywhere. When season 2 comes out, I will review it because I do think there is potential to save this. I don't think it has to be this bad. Do I have like any real hope? Not really, but there is potential to save it. Ground the story for a season, make the V's the main villains, keep the heaven stuff down just for a season, let them build up, maybe have them planning something the whole time, but we need to stay grounded and actually focus on what the plot should have been, which is rehabilitating sinners. At this point, the designs are a lost cause, so I won't even give anything to add to that because I don't think they're gonna get improved at all. I saw a leaked design for one of the characters, some like fish guy. He's a twink like everyone else. I don't care for it at all. And for fuck's sake, get someone to keep track of the continuity in the show, because stuff needs to stop being so plot holy. Stuff needs to stop going against what they have shown or said. You can't have that Vagina the 18th saying I didn't know holy weapons could hurt you after showing her getting hurt by holy weapons. You can't have that shit. Stop doing that. And then Hell of a Boss, I don't think there's any hope for it at all, to be honest. I genuinely don't think it's gonna get any better. I'll like review it when it comes out and stuff like that, but they really went all in on the Blitzo and stole this stuff, so yeah, it's all Brandon Rogers' fault too. Such a good talented creator with shitty opinions. But that should be it. If you made it all the way through, thank you, and become a member. The 2 highest tiers, they get videos early, so you would have saw this early, and the highest one gets an exclusive video every month. I already got one up on gambling addiction. It's really funny. Haha, look at me laughing. Look at me genuinely laughing at it because I'm hilarious. You'll probably laugh too. Do that once a month, every month. There should be one at the end of this month too. Do that. Give me money. Every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny. I think it's you out of my mind. Since you was all I see, I would get anything just to make you understand me. I don't give a damn about nothing else. A freaking you was all I need. Tonight, I need your body. I need your body. Tonight, you got my time. Whatever you want, I will give it, baby. Tonight, you won't be sorry. Yeah. Oh, wait, tonight, you got my mind. I wanna do is bring you. What must I do? Tell me. What must I do to show how much I feel freaking you?